Hey y'all, welcome back to Math Advisory. So what I need y'all to do is go ahead and fold your paper into 4. I need you to write your math teacher's name and your name. So your name and your math teacher, whether that is Miss Budgewater, Coach Winters, myself, Miss Harkins, or Coach Fletcher. Alright, first we're going to start with the brain dump. Okay, so non-proportional. Anytime we see that, we think of y equals mx plus b, where they're going to have multiple operations in our equation. When we think of non-proportional, we also think about a graph that looks like this, that passes through the y-axis, okay? It's not going through the origin. It's going to be going through the y-axis. So it can look like that, where it has a positive slope. Or it can look like this, where it has a negative slope. Okay? Speaking of slope, that's another word for rate of change. Remember, the letter that means slope is your M. And then if I have the y-intercept, that's your B. So remember, that's when x equals 0. Or your starting point. Okay, so now that we've brain dumped, let's go ahead and get started. Yes, you have to write your keywords. So it says write an equation that best represents the linear function. So equation, linear function, we know that that's going to be y equals mx plus b. Okay, if you notice, we have to find our m and we have to find our b. So now I'm going to look at our graph. So I'm going to use my graph to figure out what my starting point is. Remember, my starting point is wherever is passing on the y-axis. So if I notice, my starting point's at 1, 2, 3, it's at 4. So we know that b equals 4. We still have to find our slope though. So I like to use my point slope formula. So I'm going to pick out 2 points on here. So that's 1, that's 2. And I'm going to make a table. So my first point is 0, 4. My second point is 1, 2. Okay, now I'm going to subtract my y's and my x's together. So y, 4 minus 2 gets me 2. Then I'm going to do 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Hang on, guys. Here it goes. So, which that makes sense because it's going down. So 2 divided by -1 gets me a -2. So my answer should be, my slope is -2. Sorry, my slope is -2. My y-intercept is 4. So this is my answer. Remember, this is my slope. Okay. All right, so now you are going to practice. You are going to write your keywords, and then we're going to go ahead and check. So teachers, you can go ahead and pause the video so that they can do their problems, and then we can check it. Okay, let's go ahead and check our stuff. So number 1, write an equation that best represents the linear function. So my keywords, we know is going to be equation, linear function. We know that y equals mx plus b. Okay. If I look at my graph, I know that it's passing through -3, so -3 is my b. Okay, I know I'm going to be using 2 points. So I'm going to make my table. So 0, -3, and then this one is 3, -1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and find my slope. So that's m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Do that one first. -3 minus -1 is -2. 0 minus 3 is -3. So my slope should be 2 over 3 because I had negative and negative. So this should be my equation. Okay, let's do number 2. Number 2 says, write an equation that best represents the linear equation represented in the table. So I'm going to go ahead and write linear equation. So that's when I know I'm going to use y equals mx plus b. Oops, sorry. I'm going to go ahead and write my table. So there's some things that they